I need to tell you something. That your employer, your HR department, and possibly even your financial advisor has never told you directly. Your 401k is not enough to retire on. Not because you are not contributing enough, not because you started too late, but because the entire premise, the idea that a single workplace retirement account will carry you from your last day of work to the last day of your life, is fundamentally flawed. And millions of Americans are going to discover this too late to do anything about it. Today, I am going to show you the math, the real math, not the optimistic projections on your quarterly statement, not the comforting retirement calculators, the actual numbers. The numbers that reveal what your 401k will and will not do for you in retirement. And more importantly, I am going to show you exactly what to do about it. Because knowing the problem without knowing the solution is just anxiety. And you came here for clarity, not fear. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear is going to completely change how you think about retirement planning. Let us start with some context about how the 401k was actually born, because most people do not know this story. And when you hear it, everything else makes a lot more sense. The 401k was not designed to be the primary retirement vehicle for American workers. It was not created as a solution to the retirement savings problem. It was not the result of careful planning about how working Americans would fund 30 years of life after work. It was an accident. In 1978, Congress passed a tax code provision, Section 401k. Originally, it was intended as a supplemental benefit for highly paid executives, a perk, a tax optimization tool. But in the early 1980s, a benefits consultant named Ted Benna noticed that the provision could be used much more broadly. Companies quickly realized they could use 401k plans to reduce pension obligations, and over the next 2 decades, pensions, which guaranteed income for life, were systematically replaced by 401k plans. In one generation, American workers went from being guaranteed retirement income to being personally responsible for building, managing, and not outliving their own retirement savings. Nobody voted on that transition. Nobody explained the implications. It just happened. And here is why that matters. A pension is a promise. Your employer promises to pay you a certain amount every month for the rest of your life. A 401k is a balance. It is a number. And when that number runs out, it runs out. That distinction changes everything. Now let us talk about the math, because this is where most people get genuinely shocked. The rule of thumb most financial planners use is called the 4% rule. The idea is simple. You withdraw 4% of your retirement savings every year, and your portfolio should last approximately 30 years. So the question becomes, how much do you actually need? The average American household spends approximately $60,000 per year, about $5,000 a month. To generate $60,000 per year using the 4% rule, you need roughly $1.5 million saved. $1,500,000. Let that number sit for a second. Now compare it to what the average American actually has. Americans in their 50s, the decade before retirement, have an average 401k balance of approximately $180,000. $180,000 versus $1.5 million. That is not a gap, that is a chasm. At a 4% withdrawal rate, $180,000 produces roughly $7,200 per year, about $600 a month. Add Social Security, and many retirees are still thousands of dollars short every single month. That is the retirement crisis hiding in plain sight. But this video is not about fear. It is about understanding why. Problem number 1, contribution limits are too low for most people. Most Americans are not maxing out their accounts. Many contribute only a small percentage of income, and mathematically, that simply is not enough. Problem number 2, you do not control the investment options. Many 401k plans offer limited fund selections. Many include higher fees than people realize, and those fees compound. A seemingly small fee difference can quietly cost hundreds of thousands of dollars over a working lifetime. Problem number 3, longevity risk. People are living longer, much longer. A retirement that lasts 30 years requires dramatically more money than most people expect, and your 401k provides no guarantee that your money lasts as long as you do. Problem number 4, sequence of returns risk. This is the danger of experiencing a major market crash right as you retire. At 35, a market crash is painful. At 65, it can permanently alter your retirement. Your withdrawals continue, your portfolio shrinks, recovery becomes much harder, and your 401k has no protection against that. No floor, no guarantee, just exposure. So what do you actually do about this? Because awareness without action is just stress. Here is the framework. 5 moves that work alongside your 401k to create a retirement you can actually depend on. Move number 1, maximize your employer match. Always. If your employer matches contributions and you are not contributing enough to receive the full match, you are leaving free money on the table. That is an instant 100% return. Take it every year. Move number 2, open and fund a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA gives you tax-free withdrawals in retirement. And that flexibility becomes incredibly valuable when nobody knows what tax rates will look like decades from now. Move number 3, build a taxable brokerage account. No contribution limits, no employer restrictions, complete investment flexibility. For people pursuing financial independence before traditional retirement age, this becomes a critical tool. Move number 4, build income streams that do not expire. This is the most important move on the list. Balances run out, income streams continue. Rental income, dividend income, royalties, businesses, content platforms, assets that continue producing cash flow long after they are built. The wealthy do not retire by spending down a pile of money. They retire by building recurring income. That distinction changes everything. Move number 5, close the knowledge gap permanently. Most Americans were never taught how retirement actually works. Never taught the math, never taught the risks, never taught the solutions. You are learning those things right now, and financial knowledge compounds just like money does. Let me bring this all together. Your 401k is not the enemy. It is a valuable tool, but it is only one tool, not the entire toolbox. The people who retire with genuine financial security build layers. A 401k, a Roth IRA, a taxable brokerage account, income-producing assets, business equity, social security, multiple systems working together. Each layer provides something the others do not. Together, they create a retirement that is resilient, flexible, and designed to last. Start building your second layer today, not next year, not when you feel ready, today, because the same power of compounding that rewards early action punishes delay. You now have the information, you have the framework, you have the plan. The only thing left is to act. I am Finn. This is Finn Wealthwise, and I will see you in the next one.